Anthony with Kiteboarding St. Petersburg, and today we're going to go over how to set up your kiteboarding equipment. So let's take a look. I'm going to take one kite. I'm going to start off with the kite, and when you take it out, it should be rolled up to the middle. So both sides rolled up to the middle. I'm going to make sure that the middle of the kite is pointing straight downwind. So the wind's at my back and it's blowing straight this way. The middle of the kite is going to point straight that way. I'm going to take a pump. Rather than unfold the kite, as I put air into the kite, it'll open up so I don't have to unfold or unravel anything. But what I will do is I'll clip the pump leash to the kite. Every kite has a little hook in the middle right there. That's where the pump leash goes. This will prevent the kite from blowing away. Open up the valve. There's one inflate-deflate valve. I'll screw it in. Undo the top. Attach the nozzle. Different brands will have different settings. Most of them are pretty generic right now. And then I'll pump the kite up. I'll pump the kite up to around 8 or 9 psi, but as it gets closer, I'll give you a couple different point of references. A common thing that beginners will do is they'll underinflate the kite. You want to make sure that the leading edge does not bend or bends just a little. With most pumps, there's a part where we can make it rather than going up and down for higher PSI, we could unscrew one piece and then now we can put it a little bit more pressure. I don't necessarily rely on the gauge. I'll rely more on bending the kite. I want it to be difficult to bend. So now I'm trying to bend the leading edge, and it's pretty difficult to bend. That's how we know we're in good shape. I'll undo the valve, the pump hose, put the cap on, secure the kite from the leading edge, or the part inflated with air, take the pump leash off. Now I'll let the wind do the work for me. To flip the kite over, if I want that side to go up, I'll go to the opposite side. I'll use one backhand to steer it up and over. I want to make sure that the middle of the kite is pointing straight downwind, meaning wind will blow over top of the canopy evenly, so that'll secure the kite down to the beach. That's the first step. All right, now I'm going to attach the control bar to the kite. I'm not going to worry about separating the lines just yet. What I am going to do is I'm going to walk the lines downwind from the kite. So when I roll the kite up, I figure 8 them. And the reason I figure 8 it, like so, zigzag, crisscross, make an infinity symbol, all the same thing. And the reason I'm doing this is so that it's easier to untangle the lines when I walk back towards the kite. When I get down to the end, when I'm piloting the kite, I'm facing downwind. And when I face downwind, for Cabrina, the white will be on the left and the gray will be on the right. So I'll drop the bar and lines like that. I'll come around this side, face the kite, I'll put the center lines between my legs and the outside lines on either side of me, and I'll lightly hold all the lines to separate all 4 lines. Once I get to the end, it doesn't matter where you start, but make sure that the lines stay separated. So I'll make sure I'll toss one far away, put it down, and I'll start off at one side. With Cabrina, you have 3 knots at the far end, and that's how you could trim the kite. I alternate between the middle one and the far outside one. This changes your angle of attack. If you want less power or feel like you have less power, you'll go to this one. For most conditions, I go to this, and all it is a slip knot. So I'm put the base in between the loop to create that type of a knot, and then I'll go to the middle today, cinch it down. I secure it by trying to get that knot as close to the knot as possible. All right, let's look at the bridle. Make sure that there's no twists or tangles in the bridle. Looking good. So I'll take my other center line. Same sort of thing. It goes to the very end. Nice and close. Check the bridle. Go to the end of the center line. Slip it in. Secure it. Do the last outside, and then we are ready for a launch. So all I have to do at this point, put my harness on. I could either drift launch the kite to launch it by myself, or I could get somebody on the beach to hold the kite for me. Now I'm ready to go kiteboarding, and that's how you launch or set up your kite. Let's get into launching.